that time again. Banter Wars for the Banter returns to your computer screen. We have 6 more competitors looking to book their place in the Series 4 Grand Final, but it's not going to be easy to get there. It's not a walk in the park, it's not daisy picking, it's real metal crunching action. Let's go find out who our 6 competitors are. Let's start placing our bets on which ones will be leaving early.
As per usual, the Prime Minister's robots first. Pric! Looking a lot better this year, more capable with that swinging mace weapon and the rapid spin. Always been one of the weaker members of the Prime Minister's army, but it has pulled up surprises here and there. Maybe it will do so again. The Sentencer. Now, some might question the fact that the judge can enter a robot into the competition. He thought that that was insufficient evidence, and he entered a robot anyway. When it comes to judges' decisions, you've always got to bet on this one. It will never lose. Billy Bob Bill returns with Beard X. This one's got a fluctuating history of success and failure, but it hopes to go far with this particular machine. More powerful than it's ever been before, but it is made with real hair, could set alight very, very quickly. Money. Money, money, money. Makes the world go around. And this one does go around very fast, and it hopes to cause some damage just by doing so. Sir Duke Poshington has entered his own robot called Money, made off the back of some pretty extreme human rights violations. Not that he cares. Polly, Reborn. Polly returns with a copycat of a very famous robot from another competition. It's got the piercing claw, or the piercing beak as Polly would call it. Piercing squeak, maybe. Has no self-righter though. Maybe toppled over at some point in this competition. And finally for this heat, unfortunately, we have to put up with Duncan Toucan again. One of the worst robots to enter a Robot Wars competition. Banter Wars. Keep getting those two mixed up, don't I? Gonna break the fourth wall a minute here. What a plonker I am. Anyway, that's Duncan Toucan, not that you care.
The first challenge for our 6 new competitors is the Gauntlet, a challenge so difficult that no human being has ever survived going through it. But these are robots, they're made of stronger stuff. Cardboard, wood, little bits of paper usually, in our cases. Will they survive? The holes, the balls of steel, the bricks, and the Banter Wars trophy at the end. One of them's got to be eliminated here, and we're about to find out which one.
First into the arena, Pric. Fresh from the steel mill. Will it go for the bricks of Never-Ending Nightmares or the box of bollocks? I think it's a sensible choice to go through the bricks of Never-Ending Nightmares. High off the ground, a lot of pace, and I don't think it's got the strength to get past the box of bollocks. So, correct choice, I think. Makes it through the bricks eventually. Now up the ramp. It's not easily controllable, hence why it's taking it quite slow. And the mace is stuck under the ramp. Oh dear. Now to the maze of the abyss. Jolts onto it. Perhaps fortunate that it didn't fall into the abyss like it nearly did there. Going very slow here. I think it's going to run out of time if it keeps going this slowly. Almost falls into the abyss. The mace does. The robot stays up though. Running out of time now. It's not going to make it. Very close though, good run. It gets hit by the banter balls. Troubles. Made it through the bricks of Never-Ending Nightmares after a bit of a struggle. Over the ramp, then over the maze of the abyss. They didn't quite make it up the last ramp, attacked by the Banter Wars. Nevertheless, that was a good run from Pric. High score of 45 metres. I think that's going to be safe enough to get through. Next up into the arena will be Beard X. Low to the ground. Could suffer for that. There is Beard X, looking ferocious. It's a new flipper. Not quite as unstable as the last time it entered. Going to go for the bricks of Never-Ending Nightmares. There goes a brick, and that's gone into the atmosphere, never to return. It's a powerful flipper. It has made it up the ramp. That's surprising. I thought it might get stuck there, but I suppose having the wheels at the back of the robot has its benefits. Right at the back there. Now slowly onto the maze of the abyss. Finds a hole. Finds another hole. And gets a jolt of electricity. But the jacksie. Another jolt. Not that that actually does much, it just sort of puts you off for a little bit. Almost flattened. Finally makes it over the maze of the abyss. Now coming to the countdown. Can he make it up the ramp? Too slow, Billy Bob Bill. Control your robot better. Oh dear. Gets part way up the ramp. Made it through the bricks quite easily. Over the abyss, but too slow in the end. Doesn't quite make it to the end. Close. That puts Pric in a little bit of trouble. Beard X gaining an extra metre on the whirling robot. I think both of those should be safe. 4 more robots yet to come. Next one up is money. So Duke Possington is back, and he's brought this green monstrosity. He's got the dual spinning blades. Will that help Sir Duke Possington get through the bricks of Never-Ending Nightmares? It's just about getting through. Now this might be a problem. Adjusts the spinning blades, but it's dragging all the bricks with it. Can't take all the bricks with you up the ramp. It simply won't work. This is causing major problems for money. That weaponry has backfired in the most extreme manner. It can't get up the ramp. It's running out of time. Those bricks are in the way and it keeps dragging them with it. You can't bring all the bricks. It's over. Money. Pathetic. The style of weapon not suited to the gauntlet, I don't feel. It might have done well in the next rounds, but not this one. Money has a really, really poor performance. Just goes to show that money can buy you many things, but the one thing it can't buy you is a good gauntlet run. 4 meters on the board. We've seen robots get 4 meters and get eliminated. So next up, Sentencer to see if he can beat that measly score. Now, if things were to come to the judges' decisions, this robot will win. That's its major strength. It's got the gavel as well. It's quite high off the ground, should get through the brick route quite easily. Gets through the first set of bricks, and then through the second. Hesitates momentarily, but now up the ramp. Now past the ramp, into the maze of the abyss. And slowly over, gets a jolt of electricity, and falls down the hole. Bye-bye, Sentencer. We will see it again though. Got past the bricks quite well, over the ramp, but then took a tumble. Despite falling into the abyss, the Sentencer has done more than enough to sustain its presence in this heat. Moves on to the next round. Money is still in desperate trouble, and it'll hope that Polly Reborn can't match 4 meters. Squeak, squeak. Here's Polly's menacing machine. Apologies for the fact that I can't speak today. Where are you going to go, Polly? To the Bricks of Never-Ending Nightmares. A popular choice. Not many take on the box of bollocks. Look at the speed of this thing. This is an amazing run so far from Polly. Most definitely Reborn. It almost fell off the edge there. It's fortunate. Now into the Maze of the Abyss. Very slowly making her way over now. After that raging start. Through the middle. Gets an electric jolt. Another one. And falls down the hole. Oh dear. Well, after a blistering start, it sort of slowed down. And despite how slow, Polly still fell into the abyss. Polly did well though. Grand total of 29 metres, puts her third in the table. Safe into the next round. It all comes down now to Duncan Toucan. Will money be rescued? One of the most annoying characters on the channel, and probably one of the more annoying robots as well. Certainly one of the worst. It's got 4 saw blades this time surrounding its main frame. Decides to go through the bricks. I'm not sure it's going to be able to go up the ramp. It's got through the bricks quite quickly. Just a little pirouette. That was unnecessary. Now to the ramp. Is it going to have problems here? It's not even going to try. It's going back. It's going back to the start. Decided against the ramp after going through the bricks. Goes for the box of bollocks. Tries to push through with those minute saw blades. It's very, very slowly pushing its way through. It's already made up the 4 metres which will make it through to the next round. And now past the ram of rambunctiousness. Ooh, it's a good crushing for its troubles though. Being counted out, it's done enough. We'll have to see this robot again unfortunately. Got through the Bricks of Never-Ending Nightmares and then decided to give up on that particular route and go for the box of bollocks instead. Did that, got to the ram of rambunctiousness, through to the next round. So now we have the confirmation that money does not buy you a ticket into the trials round. So Duke Poshington will be very disappointed and he's going to join the Vice President on the loser's sofa.
So, how does it feel to be, or to lose, to somebody like the rednecks of Billy Bob's?
Quite frankly, it's disgusting. I tell you now, the servants that built my machines will regret the day they were born.
What about the servants running your machine in the battle?
I've already had them killed.
And taken out the back and shot, is it?
I turned them into tables.
Tables?
Tables.
Why tables?
Because I'm on a new little venture, you see.
Are you becoming the Bone Daddy?
No ghastly suggestion, no. I'm becoming the intestines daddy. So what I do, in order to raise money, because we all need money, instead of using tables, which takes hours of labour, okay, I have decided to use corpses. And you put cement on them, and then they become very stiff, you see. And once they become stiff, you can then rest items atop them. And that, I believe, is a table. And so I sell these and make profit. So the servants that built... Excuse me, my monocle fell off. I say, I should I should make the person who made it into a table. Yes, so I could put my other monocles on it. It's all about money, you see, money. Money makes the world go round. You know what else makes the world go round? Good Italian food. Not that I like the Italians, of course, no. Bomb the lot of them, I say. Turn them into tables. That's all they're good for.
Okay, there you have it. Turn the Italians into tables.
Would you like a table?
I'm okay, thank you.
I've a good deal for you. £1,000 for a table that you can rest things atop of.
Thank you for the offer.
The wonders of the modern world and the wonders of money and slave labour. Are we done?
Yes, we're done, thank you.
Good, I've had enough of this. I shall turn this show into a table for money.
Okay then. Good to know the weirdos are still here.
Righto.
Now, when we were kids, we used to play King of the Hill. One of us would be on top of the hill, and the others would try to fight to get on top of that hill in their place. It was simple, innocent, mostly violent fun. It's a bit different this time, because there are only 2 robots in the arena fighting for their place on top of the hill. It's not really fun for them, and it's more than just violent, it's fatal in some cases. Boopy, the resident house robot, lives on that hill, and he doesn't like to give it up. He doesn't like strangers barging in. So, we've got 5 competitors who want to storm Boopy's keep. Will any of them succeed? Let's find out.
Boopy's Hill. This is where he lives. This is where he hoards his treasures. And his spikes. And his flame grills. There's the top of the hill where our competitor wants to get to. The more points you score, the higher on the board you go. And first into the arena is Duncan, Toucan. Can it pull up a shock here? I don't think it's going to do that well, personally. I hope it doesn't. So you've got to get up to the top of Boopy's Hill and stay there for as long as possible. And it seems that Duncan has gotten stuck on the ramp. It's not moving. It's being counted out. This is poor. Oh dear. It's been counted out. It's eliminated. It didn't even make it up the hill to start with. Rubbish. Didn't even get any points. We're having to count its performance in seconds. 24 seconds to be precise. So all the other competitors, all they have to do is survive 24 seconds. Well, that's put a bit of a damp squib on the competition. Nevertheless, we shall continue with Pric. Now, can Pric make it up the hill? It most certainly can, not a problem. And starts to bag its first points. Look at that spin, that is deadly. A much improved robot these days, Pric. From its early beginnings, where it was just an axle with a pencil sharpener taped on one end. Boopy's back on top of the hill now, though. Brings the hammer in. It's a very dangerous house robot, Boopy, but can be a bit clumsy. Drunk most of the time. And now Pric is gaining points. Not that it has to. All it had to do was survive 24 seconds. It's done that comfortably. It's all about pride now. And Pric is certainly seeming very prideful on that hill. Running out of time. Boopy just cannot make it back up the hill. Pric's gaining points. Done really well there. Well, Boopy at first put up some form of defence and then just left, leaving Pric to gather the points. $720 points. 0 would have done, but it wanted those points. That's pride. Next up is the sentencer. All you have to do, Judge, is survive 24 seconds. And you're through. Up the hill, manages to get over. That's a punishing blow from Boopy. Almost took Sentencer off the side. That could have been fatal. Still on, still struggling. Just cannot get Boopy off the top, off the mound. It's a mound made of corpses, by the way, robot corpses. Boopy's victims. He's not in a good mood today, and the Sentencer is feeling the wrath. Boopy cannot get on top of the hill. Boopy's guarding it well this time, as opposed to last time. Not a single point yet on the board for the Sentencer. It has done enough though. It survived more than 24 seconds, so it will be through regardless. We're running out of time now though. It's not getting any points. It's knocked off the side. Well done, Boopy. That's probably the best thing you've ever done. Well, it got up the hill. It survived 24 seconds, but it took quite a battering from Boopy, who protected his hill like he's never protected it before. Obviously hiding some sort of magazine collection. Nevertheless, Sentencer through. Didn't get a single point, but it's still enough, unfortunately. Next up into the arena will be Polly Reborn. There it is. Should make it up the hill. Should survive 24 seconds. Let's face it, this round is all about having a bit of fun now. Duncan Toucan's poor performance. Got to win an award for the worst robot attempt in the competition. Well, I don't know, maybe we've had worse. Right, Polly is trying to get onto the centre of the mound. Now pushes Boopy, and that is a brilliant push. Pushes Boopy onto the flame grill, and it is stuck. Racking up the points now, Polly. But even that may be irrelevant if Boopy is defeated. Look at this. Took a bit of a battering, but then pushed Boopy down the hill and won. Once again, points seem totally irrelevant. Polly defeated Boopy after 42 seconds, meaning that it now tops the table. Sorry, Pric. You might have wanted to defeat Boopy. Next up, Beard. Beard's low ground clearance shouldn't be too much of a problem with the axles directly at the back of the robot. Should be able to go up the hill, and it does. Boopy has a wild run at Beard X, who immediately gets points on the board. Now gets tipped back over by Boopy, but Beard can self-right there, you see it. A strong flipping arm. But Boopy is now protecting its keep quite well. Wants to make up for its performance against Polly, and it's gone! Just as I was saying, it was doing well. On the road to redemption, it makes a blundering, rumbling error. And it's another victory for the robot competitor. Boopy, hang your head in shame. Pathetic. Don't turn your back on Billy Bob Bill. You'll never know what he's going to do. The table has shifted again, but Beard actually took longer to kill Boopy off. Polly Reborn tops the table. It's Duncan Toucan with that pathetic performance dropping out of the contest. Good.
Okay, I'm joined by Duncan Toucan. You got to the Boopy's Hill trial round, and then...
Pretty bird.
Let me finish. You got to the trial round, but you didn't make it up the hill.
Kiss?
No, I will not give you a kiss. Just for 1 minute. Be quiet.
Let's play.
Right.
Let's play.
Little shit back.
We're about to enter the Heat semi-finals. Things are about to get a bit more gruesome because our robots have been through the gauntlet, they've been through Boopie's Hill, they're bloodied, they're scarred, and they're angrier than ever. So now's the perfect time to put them together and see how much they could smash each other in. It's the perfect entertainment, I'm sure you'll agree. This is for a place in the Heat Grand Final. On we go.
Now that we've got rid of the trash, we can crack on with the Heat semi-final. First up, Polly Reborn and Beard X. Can Polly avoid that devilish flipper of Beard X? We shall wait and see. There's Beard X, Series 1 Grand Finalist, if you remember that far away, that long ago, I certainly can't. And there's Polly Reborn. Never too successful in Banter Wars. Could change things here. Off we go. We want to avoid that flipper and does the opposite. Goes straight onto the flipper. Beard X will fly this thing around. Almost as if Polly had wings. Back on its wheels momentarily, but Beard X is not letting go. It's tasted blood, it wants more, and Polly is a little plaything now. To the edge of the arena, Beard X will hope to throw it out, get rid of it once and for all, send Polly back to the bird cage, and there it goes. Out of the ring, out of the contest. Good stuff, really showing off how powerful that flipper is. We've seen powerful flippers before, this is going to be amongst them. Out of the arena goes Polly, goes to fly.
I'm joined by Polly now, who got knocked out in the Heat semi-final. How do you feel, Polly? Okay, much squeaking. That's good enough answer for me. Let's on to the next round.
That's what happens when you allow the crocodile in the silly hat to control your robot. Anyway, we move on to the second Heat semi-final. It's Pric versus Sentencer. Prime Minister will hope that this does not go to a judge's decision. The Prime Minister's fourth attempt at reaching this year's Grand Final is Pric. It's made it to the Heat battle stages. It's up against the Sentencer with that destructive gavel. It'll be an interesting fight. Well, Pric will hope to spin up just like that and use the mace to batter the sides of the Sentencer. It's flinging around wildly. That gavel, by the way, and the Sentencer is powered by gravity. It's not actually spinning mechanically. It's just counting on momentum. Bash there from Pric. Can't get a good spin. Sentencer is not allowing it room. There was a good spin. A good mace whack on the side of the Sentencer, but its wheels are well protected. Now pushes Pric, who almost falls into the pit. I don't think the grill will matter to Pric. It might do to the Sentencer if Pric can take it over that side of the arena. The CPZ as well can come into play, but Pric can't seem to regain control of the machine. Now gets a spin, and that's a good hit on the Sentencer. Showing some signs of damage now, the Sentencer. That will come handy to a judge's decision, though of course we know which way that decision would end up going regardless. Pric comes back for more, and the Sentencer pushes. It's a wild thing, isn't it, Pric? Totally wild. Now Sentencer is stuck between the grill and Pric. Is it going to get stuck on the grill? Possibly no. It manages to crawl its way out. Very close to the pit, and that is dangerous. You don't want to be there, Pric. You are gone, son. Into the pit. We are not going to need that judge's decision. There's an entertaining battle. Two persistent robots. Pric wildly uncontrollable. Sentencer biding its time, and eventually putting Pric where it needed to be. On the edge of the abyss. Not the maze abyss, this abyss. that one. And in it goes.
You're consistent at losing in the battle.
The amount of money I spent making sure that my robots all progressed to the grand final. It would have been great. An all Prime Minister grand final. Me. All me. Everywhere. Me. But no. I'm stupid.
Is that the taxpayers' money you've been spending on your robots?
What else would it be?
Shouldn't the taxpayers' money be spent on, running the country?
What did you say? What did you say? Running the country?
For example, where's my pay?
It's hidden in a very mysterious place. It's there, several million, but you have to find it first.
They put it all into his robots, haven't they?
No.
Okay, on to the next battle.
Yeah, move along.
2 robots have made it through to the Heat Grand Final. 2 robots who have gone through all the trials, they've gone through all the hardships, they've battled each other, they've resorted to cannibalism, effectively. But now 2 left, and they're going to fight in the arena, and they're going to fight so hard, so brutally, it will make the battle eternal of Jesus and Satan look like 2 fat kids fighting over a Mars bar. Seriously. So buckle in, right? Because you're about to witness something you'll have never thought possible. A battle so violent, so extreme. And the victor is going to be guaranteed a place in the Heat Grand Final. Roll the clips.
I think he meant to say series grand final, but who cares? It's not like we're doing a professional production here. BeardX versus Sentencer is the Heat final. One of these 2 is going to the series grand final. BeardX will hope it doesn't go to a judge's decision, might I say. Now, the big advantage for BeardX here is that the Sentencer does not have a self-righting mechanism and it's high off the ground. So, all bets should favour BeardX, but anything can happen in Banter Wars, we've seen it before. And in we go. A head-on attack from Sentencer ends in severe punishment. Nevertheless, it's still on its wheels, and it wants to come back for more after colliding with the arena sidewall, but you don't want to get on that flipper, because that's what happens into the CPZ upside down. BeardX well in control of this fight. Will hope to put the sensor out of the ring. Almost, nearly there, BeardX. Just a couple more flips and it should be gone, and that should be the route into the series grand final. Out you go, drop. There we go, BeardX safely through. A polished, professional performance from a very unpolished, unprofessional character. Sensor, no chance, honestly. Couldn't self-right, no control, too high off the ground. It was always going to be BeardX's victory, and well done to it.
So, you lost in the battles. Are you going to sentence the other robots to any imprisonment?
All to jail right away.
Okay. We won't be doing Banter Wars anymore then. Ow. I sentence you to leave.
Okay, I will leave. My gavel back.
Billy Bobby, were you again?
My name's Billy Bob Bill, sir.
Are you the one that got through to the grand final?
I certainly am. I showed them damn commies who's the boss in the robotic arena.
Was that enough Donald Trump for you?
What? Donald Trump, the greatest president that ever done lived. And now who we got? We got the Joe Biden. The Joe Biden, more like. It's like Obama, but he's Joe Biden instead.
Okay.
Damn commies! They're always coming over here and calling president we need the Donald Trump taking office. And if I don't get what I want, I'm just going to get my gun and I'm going to show them bastards what for. Where are you going? You get back here. I've got to... Where's my gun?
Another victor progresses to the Banter Wars for the Banter Grand Final, but there are still 2 places there to fill, which means we've got 3 episodes left of the TV show. 3 more weeks of entertainment for you, beautiful people. Join us next week when we'll have our 5th competitor enter the Grand Final. But once again, there's a lot for them to go to. Ain't gonna be easy, and there are 5 other competitors battling their way, trying to wrestle that place off of them. See you next week.